So today I wanted to talk about red dot sight, specifically the Holosun hs5o3gacs. It's a lot of stuff. Basically, I want to cover what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and really kind of go in depth on what comes with it, how it works, and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. The Holosun hs5o3gacs is a red dot sight. It comes with two different mounting blocks. One is a low profile and one is the co-witness. I prefer the co-witness. You can see there's quite a bit of height difference there. It comes with a wrench to adjust it and everything. So that's how it mounts on a standard rail. It is a nice small little sight. It's not very large. It is parallax free, which is something that's good. Parallax means it's not going to have a change on it. The adjustment knobs for left, right, up, and down are right here. You can see them. You take the cap off, and the inside of it, you can see it's right there. Now on the inside of the cap, just like on a scope where it would usually say on the screw what the adjustment is, it says it on the inside of the cap, up, down, slash, left, right, and the arrow. And then you take that little cut on the tab, you insert it here, and then you twist it. And whichever direction you want. It is a half MOA, so what is that going to be? At 100 yards, it's going to be 0.502 inches of change. So it's going to give you, like I said, somewhere around 0.502 inches at 100 yards. It's got a standard battery here. You can see, very big, very easy to access. What got me curious about it and got me to investigate it is that the 503G has an ACS reticle, just like you'd see in Call of Duty. Here on the packaging you can see how it is. There's a horseshoe ring with a chevron and 3 dots. And that is accurate. It is an adjustable all the way down to barely any light. I liked it because, it was different. As someone who's always been an iron sights guy, and not too long ago though, a couple years back, I bought a Trigicon, loved it, but they're very expensive. This was like $250. So I was interested. It has what's called shake-awake technology, which means if you leave it on and forget to turn it off, it's not going to kill the battery. It's going to go off until you pick it up. And then there's a motion sensor, and it turns the reticle back on. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it in the... Bear with me, I have to turn the horseshoe back on. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but there's a horseshoe ring and then a chevron and 3 dots. Interesting design. The way that they explain it is that the chevron at 300 yards, I believe, and it comes with its own dope chart, which is awesome. At 300 yards, from tip to tip inside of the chevron is going to be 18 inches. And then you have your bullet drop at, your tip is going to be 100 meters, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they have a dope chart on there for if you're using slugs, 22 long rifle, 308. So it's really a sight that's made to go on a multitude of arms. In fact, the horseshoe, as they explain it, I have not tested this yet, is supposed to be the pattern of buckshot at 25 yards. So this is one that really has a lot of utility. You can put it on a lot of different rifles, which I liked. The other thing is, if the horseshoe is too bright, you can turn it off and go to just the chevron and the dots. That's nice in low light conditions. The horseshoe makes acquisition a little easier. Switching to red dots, acquisition can take a few minutes, especially if you're used to iron sights, but if you set it up kind of the same so that you just come up and you're already there, it works fairly well. This is all great stuff. This thing's supposed to be able to range me out to 500 meters. Cool. I was very excited, took it out, and the damn thing fell off. I've been mounting scopes and things the same way for years. I found that I had to tighten this down a little bit more than I thought I should have. And I usually use clear nail polish. On this one I had to use a little bit of the blue Loctite. But once we got that done, got it zeroed in kinda, there was an issue with that. I'll get to that in a minute. It's very accurate. It holds. It doesn't move. It is, I'm pretty sure, a half MOA. I didn't see any variance from that. Here's the issue. It's blurry. I thought maybe it was just me. I had a couple of different people check it out. To some people, the chevron looked inverted. Instead of being like this, it was like this. Some people it looked like an X. Starburst, so I thought, okay, maybe it's my eyes. Went to the eye doctor, had my eyes checked. Nope, no stigmatism, no change, no nothing. I even told her why I was there. She said it's probably defective. But I have found that it didn't matter if I wore glasses, anything I did, it was just kind of crappy. Fine for 100 meters or less. I mean, even 100 meters, but doable. Certainly not on the level of a Trigicon, but doable. And once again, I'm the kind of person that 100 meters or more, I'm going to use my iron sights on my side of the Trigicon. That's just how I am. So I looked into it, and at that point I was thinking, this obviously isn't for me. The ACS reticle was a good idea, but it's kind of crappy. It's a non-magnified sight, whatever. So I said, you know what? Let me try one more thing. So let me back up there. So it was kind of crappy. But I did like what it came with. It comes right on the box with a small dope chart. It comes with, like I said, the two different mounts. It also comes with a very good instructions. It worked very well. Explaining what a red dot is, how much battery it uses. Bear with me, I'm looking for, here it is. So right here, it's explaining, it's kind of hard to see, but it is a nice little chart on bullet drop, how to use this one for ranging. And then on the back, they've got a little chart here for your 5.56, 308, 300 blackout, the subsonic, 12 gauge, 22 long rifle, 7.62 by 54R. I want to shoot that with a red dot, and 9mm carbine, and where all of those three dots would line up at what range with that caliber. Actually, really great information, really impressive, which is why I was so miffed that I've got this great chart, I've got this great sight, this cool reticle, but it's just too fuzzy and I don't like it. I'm saying, well, I guess I'm just going to have to buy another Trigicon and, maybe give this to somebody or whatever. Well, I decided I just couldn't do that. I was going to try one last thing. There is a magnifier that was actually designed to go with this red dot. Screw it. I'll buy it and see what happens. Worst thing that happens is I have to return it. So I picked up another Holosun magnifier, and it is the Hm3x. It is a 3-power magnifier. It comes with, a little explanation of how it works and how to change it. Comes with 2 different set screw lengths so that you can change how high. There's a small spacer in here. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. So in here, there's a spacer, and you can either take that spacer out and shrink it down or put it in and make it taller for the co-witness. It is a flip to the side. Once again, you can mount it either way. I've just mounted it to flip to the right. And it comes with a quick release lock that is right here. You've got a button. You have to push this button and then the lever to release it. It's, like I said, a 3-power, which is not bad. So we'll go ahead and show you. You just kind of put that on there. Okay, so you just kind of set it on there, then take this lever, pull it back till it catches, and she's on there pretty tight. There are adjustments here. It comes with this neat little wrench. One end is a key for taking out screws and things, and the other one is for these adjustments so that you can center the sight in the middle of the magnifier. And once I put the magnifier on there, holy shit, no longer blurry, crystal clear. At 100 yards, 100 meters, headshots all day long, just driving tax. apparently these two really were built for each other. And it has really changed it. You know, the magnifier probably ran me 150. I really don't remember. But I like it. It's a good magnifier. We've got our eye relief and a slight magnification change you can get here. You can change the zero of it by hitting these screws here. And the flip to the side is fairly easy. I've met some that were extremely stiff, ones where you had to pull them back and push it over. This one, I mean, you can really just slap that. I mean, you could, you know what I mean? In either hand works. Once again, you could flip this around and have it tip to the left if you wanted instead of the right. If you're worried about it catching brass or something. She's got a nice coating on the outside. I've got no issues with it. Like I said, once I put that magnifier on there, all of a sudden, this Holosun became something that I enjoyed. And once again, that was the hs5o3gacs magnifier. Never thought I would do that. You know, honestly, I was probably thinking of just going with a variable scope with a slap on it. But once I bought this magnifier and tried it, it completely changed the way it looks. The other thing that I found that helps with this reticle in particular is you can't look at the reticle. You want to look at the target you're shooting. You kind of want to look past the chevron and at what you're aiming, which takes a little bit of doing. But once you figure out what I mean, it's pretty simple. You know, one eye or two eye, it doesn't matter. The other thing is you want to have this down to the lowest power setting you can. The lower the power setting, the less glare, the less throw you're going to have from it. And like I said, this is a... Would I buy another one? Probably not. You know, I ran into Holosun in pistols, mostly where I'd seen them, and they were okay. But I don't think I would buy another one. Could be that it's just me, but like I said, I was not ecstatic with this. This wasn't like my Trigicon where I slapped it on and everything was perfect. You know, this promised a little more than what it put out. But once I put the magnifier on there, all of a sudden it was fantastic. So, you know, if I was doing close work or CQB or something like that, this red dot would be fine. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be an issue. But reaching out past, you know, 75 meters, I think that having that magnifier is definitely helpful. You know, I would not want to reach out to 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 without that. And definitely if I was going to put this on something like a 308 or a 7.62 by 54, I definitely would want a magnifier on it, because honestly, with that kind of a cartridge, you're gonna be beyond the capacity of this red dot just because of the blurriness. Once again, that could just be me. I tried it with multiple people, and that's what I found. So like I said, if you're going to get a Holosun hs5o3g and put it on an AR or anything like that, I would definitely recommend also spending $150 or whatever it is for the HM magnifier. Without it, it's not really great. With it, it's pretty good. But without it, it's just really not something I would recommend buying by itself. So if you've had different experiences, or if something, you know something I don't about this, please let me know. Like I said, it's a really great idea. It's like Kel-Tec. Super awesome idea and kind of middling implementation. So thank you very much, and I look forward to reading your comments.